Hi, I'm Barbara Wyack with the Select Realty Group here at Keller Williams Realty Sonoran Living. And today we're going to be reviewing the next in our Seller How-To series. So today we're going to talk about the residential input form. Now this is a document that you're going to be completing with the agent that's going to be listing your home. And it goes over all the information that you want included in the MLS. Now we want to make sure this is as complete as possible because you just never know what people are going to be searching for. And you want anybody and everybody to be able to find your home if they're searching for specific criteria. So the first things that we're going to enter is the house number and your address, your city, town, and state, and zip code, and your country, and your county code. And then we're going to enter the list price, what date the listing is going to start, and then the expiration date. What type of listing? Typically, these are an exclusive right to sell. What's the ownership? If you have a single family home, it's probably fee simple. If you live in a condominium, it might be listed under condominium. There are some places where there's leasehold properties as well. So you'll talk about that with your agent. If it was a timeshare, you would list the weeks available. The sub-agents, if you choose to work with a sub-agent, you would select yes and what amount of money you're going to be compensating the agent. Now typically we use this one here called the buyer broker. This is the amount that's listed in the MLS that you're willing to pay a buyer's agent to represent a buyer that would they bring to sell your home. The next information we're going to get from the tax records, it includes the specific information that's about your home. And that information is the parcel number. So we're going to include that here. We're going to list the tax municipality. In other words, what city do you live in? That's the tax municipality that you have. The taxes are are your property taxes and what year are they for? Then we're going to get down in here into general property information. Is it a single family home? Is it a patio home? How many, is it attached or detached? How many exterior stories? Interior stories or levels, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what's the square footage of the home, and then the source of the square footage. You can see where there's several different ways that we can define how big a home is. We can use the information that is the county assessor has. If you've got a recent appraisal that has a different amount, you could use that. You could use the information from a builder or an architect, or the last option is for the owner to measure it themselves. And then we're going to fill in the range. This is something that will be entered into the MLS. Does the property allow horses? If you know who the builder is, what's the builder's name and the model? When was the home built? And how big is the lot for the home? And where are we getting that information from? If there was a pool, you're going to list that information here. We're going to want to find out what elementary, middle, and high school this home is in the attendance boundaries of, and what the school districts are. The next information is how to get to the home. So we're going to want to make sure that we have specific directions on how to get to your home if someone doesn't have GPS. The public remarks, those are the remarks that we're going to make that the public is allowed to see regarding your home. Things that you would specifically want to make sure that people knew about your home and why they would want to buy it. Private remarks are remarks that are held for listing agents to share with other agents regarding showing information and any other private remarks that they want to share just with agents. And then this information here is, if you live in a homeowners association, we're going to want to fill out in all this information. Who is the homeowners association? What are the transfer fees? What's the contact information for the homeowners association? Is there a second or a third homeowners association? We're going to want to fill in all that information. Are there any capital improvement fees? Is there a rec center fee? Is the property include a land lease? Is the home occupied, or is it vacant or occupied by an interim occupant. What's the architecture style of the home? There are some buyers that are looking for specific styles, so you would want to include that information. Now, this information is about the bedrooms, the master bedroom. Does it have a full bath or a half a bath? Does it have double sinks, private toilet room? So we're going to fill in all the information about the bedrooms, any additional bedrooms. How many fireplaces are there? Are they inside, outside? Are they gas burning or are they wood? What type of flooring do you have? What kind of windows do you have? Do you have sunscreens? Do you have a private pool? If so, is it heated? Is it a play pool? Is it a diving pool? Do you have a spa? Again, is it above ground spa or is it, I'm assuming that it's heated. This is the information about your community. Are you in a gated community, a guard gated community, a golf course community? Are you in a lake subdivision? Is there a playground? All the information about the community features. Then we're going to get into the dining room. Is there a dining room? Is there an eat-in kitchen? And then we'll talk about the kitchen features. Do you have a range or do you have a stove? Is it gas or is it electric? How many ovens do you have? Is the refrigerator included or not? Do you have a pantry? Then we talk about the laundry. Is the washer and dryer included or just the hookups only? Is it inside or outside? Do you have a basement? Is there a separate den? Are there any other rooms in the home that we haven't included above? Are there specific features of the home? In other words, things like, are there high ceilings? Are there vaulted ceilings? Is there a water softener? And then some accessibility features. Do you have extra wide hallways? Are there no interior steps? If your home has recently been updated, we're going to want to include all that information in this section here. Next section talks about the technology. Do you have cable TV, satellite dishes, a security system? The next section talks about some of the exterior features. Is there a sport court? Is there a patio? Is there a misting system? Do you have a built-in barbecue? If you had a manufactured home, we'd fill in that information here. Parking, how many garage spaces do you have or carport spaces? For the parking, is it a shared driveway? Is it a private driveway? Do you have an electric door opener? Are there any extra garage cabinets? And then construction, is it block construction or frame wood construction? And then how is the home finished? Is it painted with stucco? Does it have siding? And then the construction status if it's still to be built. Roofing, what type of roofing do you have? Tile? Is it partial tile? Is it foam? And then cooling, what type of cooling do you have? For most people it's going to be refrigeration, but some people have other options. Heating, is it gas heat or electric heat? What type of plumbing do you have? Is it a tankless hot water heater, electric, gas? Maybe you have propane.
Thanks for joining us for part 1 of our 2-part series on residential input forms. If you liked the video, please hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, our contact information is listed below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified of all our future videos. Thanks.